and this is Chrissy from Chrissy's Beautiful Life here for another Trendy Tuesday on the Speak on Mom Scrap Shop. I want to just let you know that I do have baby Nora right beside me, so if you hear baby noises, that's what's going on. And today I am going to work with these two fun photos of my son on his very first day of preschool. So he was in preschool, which is 3 through 5, but he's actually only about 2.5 in these photos. They allowed him to go early. He looks quite large for his age, and he was kind of showing signs of being ready, so he got to go early, which was kind of exciting for him. And it's all kind of built into his daycare, so it works really well. So what I did is I just took 4 strips from the Wonder collection from Crate Paper, all of the black and white ones, and I just cut them into a sunburst. I got this idea off of Pinterest, and I will, most of the layout actually it's almost a scrap lift, just kind of took that inspiration and went from there with it, but that part is very much inspired by something I saw on Pinterest. So I'm not exactly sure who the original creator was, but I will definitely link the photo there at the end so you can see. And I decided that I wanted to have a little bit of mixed media in the blue to kind of help pop out a little bit more and have a little bit more dimension, because black and white can be a little stark sometimes. And then this piece of pattern paper, which is my background, is from the Fancy Free line from Pink Paisley, but this is Paige Evans' original line, and I still have quite a bit of it, not a ton, but a little bit of it, and I am just slowly working through it. So you can see I've added 2 different shimmers there. One I think was a colorings and one is a vibes, and I will have all the information linked below in the description box. You just have to click on the link and it'll take you right to the shop, and there you can see I did the colorings and a vibes. But yeah, it'll take you right to the shop and you can purchase those if that's something you're interested in. Don't forget, you can always use my name, Christy15, and get yourself a discount before you check out. And that's what it's going to look like. I am going to come back and do a little bit of stitching just around each of the sides of this, just for, again, some added dimension, kind of help hold that paper down. I really love the way that looks. And now I'm going to work on decorating and all the fun embellishment parts. So Jackson has a little red backpack on, and I wanted to bring out that red. Normally I probably would just try to hide it, but I really wanted to bring it out. I'm originally thinking I like the idea of a border there. That's not going to stay there, but if I think about it, but it doesn't work. It just kind of covers up the stitching, and then I just don't like the way it looks, but I keep playing with it. I am going to add just a piece of red cardstock from a 6x6 pad for the first little photo. This is the 4x4. Well, it's not quite 4x4 because it was 4x4 and I trimmed it a little bit, which it's kind of neat. I really actually like that dimension there. I'm going to add a frame, and this really blends into this layout. But if you are looking and you have your scrapbooker eye, you would notice it. And that's what I like about little things like that sometimes, is you don't always see things, but when you are a scrapbooker, you kind of look at layouts a little bit longer and notice these little touches, and that's kind of why I do it, because I like to notice the little touches. And I'm going to use a pre-made word that says adventure, along with these. They're actually from a Christmas line from Pig Fresh Studios, and I'm just going to say pre-K adventure. Really like the way that works. It's another pop of red, which is really neat. And then I also added a little tab that's going to have the date there. So I'm going to go off on a little bit of a adventure here. I have this tag, again, from the shop, and I'm going to just spray a bunch of my shimmers. These are the same colors I used. There's a green there that you see. I did add green at the very end of my mixed media too. And I'm just going to decorate the tag. I like it, but the problem is when I put it back on with my layout, it's just way too much. So I'm just kind of showing you what I did in my adventure here, but I actually end up going back to a normal just a plain tag without any mixed media, and I will save this for hopefully the next layout or so and get it put on because I really do like the outcome of it. It's really neat with all the different colors. I have that one darker blue, I think it's called See You in the Morning or something like that. Something with the word see in it. It's very, very dark, and I wish it was just slightly lighter. I don't know how to I don't know. I love it. It's really pretty, but it's sometimes just a little too dark. So I worked on it though, and it was really fun to play. I did a lot of mixed media on this layout actually for myself, and I don't know. I thought it was fun. So you can see, I'm sorry I left so much of this in here, but I just wanted to show you what sometimes things work and sometimes things don't. So, but it was fun anyways. And it's just an example of something you can do if you get these tags. This is one of the large tags. They're really neat. They're perfect for journaling on. So here I go. I'm going to now do some embellishing. I grabbed a few things from my stash here. I am in the middle of using up my stash. I did use one of those cork arrows, and I love those. Those are in the shop. And I also used one of the red sequins from A Magical Day in the Park, I believe it's called. And I do believe that those are unfortunately being discontinued. So they may still be in the shop, but the second they're sold out, they are going to be done with. So keep an eye out for them. I will leave a link if they're available though. So, and I end up going back and using all three of the little colors there for the sequence. There's a white star, a black diamond, and then just a really pretty blue, just normal sequin. And I really love the way it looks. It's neat. So I put them in 3 areas. You know me and my visual triangle. And then, sorry, she's being a little extra loud. I added 2 little pieces of cork there. So there's cork in 3 places. And I actually added onto my title. So I took a piece from a Valentine's Day line and ended up calling it Rad Pre-K Adventure. So I love that. Again, a little bit of Valentine's Day stuff there with that little fake fringe. I like that too. Just a little added interest to the red. And then finally, I'm going to add this really cool heart. I spray it originally. This is again something where I thought mixed media was going to be the answer. So I spray it, and I really love the way it turns out. But again, it just isn't actually right for this layout. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to save this and use this on another layout as well. And instead, I'm going to just use a plain white felt heart. These are awesome. These ones have like 4 different sizes, I think, in the package. So if you are big into felt hearts, this is the collection I would recommend you getting. And again, I'll leave a link. And finally, this is how I add my last pop of red here. I just cut a little slit, added that piece of red there, and that is going to wrap up my layout. So I will have close-ups along with the original layout that I was inspired by, and I'll see everyone next week for another Trendy Tuesday. Bye!